Morning everyone. Today we are going to see the property of multiplication of rational number from chapter 1. Okay. Yesterday we had seen property of addition of rational number as well as the properties of subtraction of rational number. These two properties is already over in the previous video. Now we are going to see property of multiplication of rational numbers as well as properties of divisions of rational number. Clear? So student, similarly the addition property, here also the closure property exists, associative exists, commutative exists, multiplicative inverse exists, then multiply of 0 exists, then distributive property or under additions. So this kind of property exists under the properties of multiplications of a rational number. Okay, so here we are going to deal one by one all the properties. So here we are having closure property. Okay, so first is the closure property. So here in this property, if we are going to consider any two rational number, that is a by b and c by d are the two rational number. Since we are talking about the closure property, so when we are going to multiply this two rational number with each other, whatever the answer is coming here, the answer will be also a rational number. Have you understood what I am saying? I said that when we are having any two rational number, that is in the form of a by b and c by d. Instead of a by b, c by d, you can take any alphabet from a to z. Okay, so when we are going to multiply this two rational number under the closure properties of multiplication of rational number, the answer we will get in the form of a rational number only. So it says that it satisfies the closure property. I can tell you one example. Suppose we are having 1 by 2 as the first rational number, that is a by b. Second rational number we are having, that is 5 by 7. As we know that when the two rational number is going to be multiplied, whatever the answers comes, that answer will be also a rational number. This is said by the closure property. So let's see whether it is true or not. Okay, so what is the value of 1 by b we are having? That is 1 by 2. Then c by d value we are having 5 by 7. Okay, multiply both the number. 1 into 5 will be how much? It will be 5 itself, isn't it? 2 into 7 will be how much? It will be 14. Now you can see that whether 5 by 14 is a rational number or not. Both are positive, both are integers, as well as it satisfies. That means what I am saying, it satisfies the two condition of a rational number. First condition is that numerator and denominator is a integer. It can be positive integer, negative integer, isn't it? Then second condition is that its denominator never be equals to 0. That means 5 by 14 is a rational number. Hence, our closure property is exist or verified. Clear, student? Second property we are having, that is commutative law. Okay, let's see about the commutative law. Last year also you people had already studied the commutative law under integer, you had studied, isn't it? Now we are going to see commutative law under this multiplication of a rational number. Clear? So here we are having, suppose as you know that commutative law under integer, it is a into b is equals to b into c. Since we are talking about a rational number, the commutative property of multiplication under rational number will be a upon b into c upon d, where a upon b and c upon d is a two rational number, is equals to c upon d into a upon b. Clear? This is the LHS side, left hand side. This one is the right hand side. When we are going to solve this, this is the left hand side. Okay, this is the right hand side. When we are going to solve this property, we can see that LHS and RHS values will be equal. Both will be equal. Okay, LHS and RHS values both will be equal here. Clear? That means the value of left hand side and the value of right hand side will be become equal, as we seen in the addition property. Okay, so when the values are equal, that means they are satisfied. If they are satisfied, that means commutative law of multiplications of rational number exist. Now let's see whether it exists or not. We can prove it by taking an example. Okay, let's see whether it exists or not. Suppose the value of a by b we will going to take as 3 by 4, and the value of b by c by d we are going to take it as a 5 by 7. You can take any other number also. You can take the negative numbers also, like minus 3 by 4. You can take minus 5 by 7 also. You can take. Okay. So let's start. So what is the first left hand side we are having? A by b into c by d. So multiply the value of a by b with c by d. That is how much? A by b we are having as 3 by 4 into c by d we are having 5 by 7. So 3 into 5 will be 15. Okay, and 4 7s is 28. So what is the left hand side answer we are getting? That is 15 by 28. Clear? Now let's see the right hand side. Okay, what is right hand side? C by d into a by b we are having. What is the value of c by d we are having? That is 5 by 7, and value of a by b we are having 3 by 4. So multiply 5 into 3 will be 15. Again 7 4s is 28. Here again we can see that LHS is equals to RHS value. Isn't it? LHS value is equals to RHS value. Hence we can say that both the LHS and RHS are having same value. Hence it is satisfied. When it is satisfied, it means that the property of multiplication, that is commutative property of multiplications of rational number exist. Clear, student? Here 2 more example is given on the screen. You can go through the examples. Dear students, you can create the numbers with your own. Okay, it is not required that whatever the example is given on the screen, that example only you will going to study. No, it is not necessary that. You can create the rational number with your own and can do that calculation. Okay, it will be more better for you. Now let's see the associative property. What the associative property says. As we know that in the associative property, 3 rational numbers should be there. Let's take the 3 rational number as a by b, c by d and e by f. We can take any other alphabets from a to z also. Okay. So here what is associative property? Associative property is under, if we are going to see associative property under integer. If you are talking about integer, then a into b. What is the integer property will be when we are talking about integer? So integer, if we are talking, a into b into c is equals to a into b into c. This property is under integer. Since we are talking about an associative property under rational number, it will be just changed. Since rational number is in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and its denominator never be equals to 0. Okay, so let's take it as, so a upon b into c upon d into e upon f. This is the left hand side. And what will be the right hand side? That is a upon b into c upon d into e upon f. Clear? So this is the associative property. Clear, everyone? Let's take as an example. Consider the rational number minus 5 by 2, minus 4 by 7, 1 by 3. Okay, so here we had considered the values of a by b is equals to minus 5 by 7, c by d is equals to minus 7 by 4, and e by f is equals to 1 by 3. This is the value. We are going to substitute all these 3 values in this equation separately in the left hand side as well as in the right hand side. So here we are going to see the calculations of it. So this is the left hand side of the equation and this is the right hand side of the equation. Okay, so according to the rule, the numbers which are present inside the bracket will be solved first. So this a by b into c by d will be going to be solved. So minus 5 by 7 into minus 7 by 4 will be multiplied. As we know that minus and minus will become plus. That's why here plus 35 is there. 5 into 7 will be 35. 5 sevens are 35 and minus will be plus. Okay, then denominator 2 and 4 is there. So 2 into 4, that will be 8. That's why 35 upon 8 is coming. Now what is the number outside the bracket? That is 1 by 3. So 35 upon 8 will be multiplied with 1 by 3. We will get the required answer as 35 upon 24. Okay, since one of the number is an odd number which is in the numerator and denominator is an even number, so it won't get cancelled from the numerator and denominator. Clear? Now see the right hand side of the equation. Sorry, a upon b into bracket c by d into e by f we are having, isn't it? So first we are going to multiply the number minus 7 by 4 into 1 by 3. So minus 7 into 1 will be minus 7 itself, isn't it? 4 into 3 will be 12, isn't it? So what the number we are getting? Minus 7 by 12. That number will be multiplied with minus 5 by 2. So minus 5 into minus 7 will be minus will be plus, and 7 5s is 35. Clear? Then 2 into 12 will be 24. So again we are getting the answer same. Hence we can say that LHS value is equals to RHS value. Hence satisfied. Satisfied, that means LHS will be equals to RHS. It is satisfied. Satisfied, that means associative property or law of multiplications of rational number exist. Clear? Next we can see that properties of multiplicative identity. So dear student, what we had already studied multiplicative identity under integers. Under integer we had studied that when any integer is going to be multiplied with 1, it will be give the answer as the same integer. Here what I am writing on the screen is about integer. A into 1 is equals to 1 into a is equals to a. We are talking here integers. Similarly, if we are going with rational number, since this chapter belongs to the rational number, so when any rational number a by b is a rational number, when it multiplied with 1, okay, when it multiplied with 1, the answer is a rational number itself. When any rational number is going to be multiplied with 1, the answer is coming a rational number itself. Let's take an example. Suppose I am having a rational number 2 by 3. This one is a minus 2 by 3 is a rational number, which is the value of a by b. A by b is a rational number. Now let's see whether a upon b into 1 will be equals to 1 into a by b is equals to a by b. Whether it satisfies this equation or not, let's see. So minus 2 by 3 into 1 is equals to 1 into minus 2 by 3 will give the answer what? Minus 2 by 3 itself. That means it exists. It satisfies that LHS and RHS both are equal. Hence it satisfies that multiplicative identity of multiplications of rational number exist. Clear everyone? Next one we are going to see about existence of multiplicative inverse. So dear student, this all are the properties of multiplications of rational number. Okay, now we can see that existence of multiplicative inverse. As we can see in the additive inverse property, yesterday's video, do you remember that when we are having any number 1 by 2, the additive inverse of this number will be minus 1 by 2. When we are having 1 by 2 as a number, then its additive inverse will be plus 1 by 2. That means we are going to reciprocate it. Okay, but in the inverse, just we had talked about the additive inverse, additive property of a rational number. Okay, now we are going to see about the multiplicative inverse. Suppose we are having a number a by b as a rational number, and it is said that to find the multiplicative inverse of this number. So multiplicative inverse means it will be get reciprocated, isn't it? The numerator and denominator will get cancelled and answer will coming 1. Means suppose if we are having any number 5 by 7, okay, when it is asked to find the multiplicative inverse of the number 5 by 7, we are going to just reciprocate the number. So that number will be a multiplicative inverse of 5 by 7. According to the property, the number 5 by 7 will be multiplied with 7 by 5, as this one is the multiplicative inverse of 5 by 7. So when we are going to cancel the number, we are getting 1. मतलब ये मल्टीप्लिकेटिव इन्वर्स में जो भी रैशनल नंबर रहता है उसका रेसिप्रोकेट होता है, और मल्टीप्लाई होने के बाद रेसिप्रोकल जो नंबर है वो ओरिजिनल नंबर से मल्टीप्लाई होने के बाद आंसर 1 आना चाहिए. ऐसे नंबर्स को मल्टीप्लिकेटिव इन्वर्स बोलते हैं. Have you understood? Many examples is given here. You can create the examples with your own also. Now let's see about the distributive property of multiplication under or over addition. This property you had studied from class 5th onwards, isn't it? Distributive property. So what the distributive property of multiplication under additions of rational number says? Suppose we are having the 3 rational number, that is a by b, c by d and e by f. So what is, can you tell me what is the distributive property of multiplications under additions of integer? Here I am talking about integer. So when I am talking about an integer, a into b plus c is equals to a into b, isn't it, plus a into c. This is the distributive property of integer, isn't it? Similarly, we are going to see the distributive property of rational number. So what is the 3 rational number we are having? That is a by b, c by d and e by f. These are 3 rational number. So let's see what is the answer. So a upon b into c upon d plus e upon f is the left hand side. So when we are going to multiply this a by b inside the bracket, it will be how much? A by b plus into c by d, close the bracket, plus a by b into e by f. This is the distributive property of multiplication over addition. Have you understood? Here examples is being given. You can see the examples and can solve. Clear everyone? It's a very simple one. Okay. Next property is about a multiplicative property of 0. Here the thing is that only whatever the rational number you are having, that rational number you have to multiply it with 0. Whatever the rational number, either it is a negative or positive, when it will be multiplied with 0, the answer is coming 0 only. So this is the property. Now next we are going to see the division of a rational number. Okay, here we are going to see division of a rational number. As I told you beforehand while teaching you in the previous class, that division of subtraction same as the division of properties of subtractions of a rational number is same as the property of divisions of a rational number. In that only closure property exists. In the same way here division of a rational number, only closure property exists, rest other property does not exist. Why it does not exist? The reason behind that is in the commutative, associative, all those property when LHS and RHS never be equals to 0. मतलब ये कि डिवीजन प्रॉपर्टी में सिर्फ क्लोजर प्रॉपर्टी एग्जिस्ट करता है, या हमको बोलना चाहिए वो सेटिस्फाई करता है, बट कम्यूटेटिव प्रॉपर्टी हो गया, एसोसिएटिव प्रॉपर्टी हो गया, वो एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता. रीज़न इज़ दैट उसका LHS और RHS पार्ट कभी भी इक्वल नहीं होता. दैट्स वाई दे डज नॉट एग्जिस्ट. क्लियर एवरीवन? सो हियर आवर properties, definition, everything is finished. Hope you people are writing the notes from this video. Keep writing the notes so that you won't get burden at the last. So try to write the definitions, then start solving the exercise question. Tomorrow onwards we are going to see the we are going to solve the exercise questions. Okay, so today, thank you everyone.